After diplomacy failed and the tensions have risen to all-time high, Russian Republic declared war on Ukraine. The West issued an immediate economical sanctions, but the orders have already been given. It's going to be a swift and spectacular military action. The Russian Air Force takes off the ground on 1st of March. Bombers carry out sorties to strategic locations which look similar to American shock and awe doctrine used in 2003 Iraqi war. Two-day bombing order is issued by General Gerasimov. Ukrainian military facilities are reduced to dust as the land army crosses the border. The first major encounter is in the city of Donetsk. The Russian armored forces bypass and encircle heavy defended city, plagued with pro-Russian rebels. The city officially capitulates after 3 days of staunch resistance when Russian T-90s enter its train station. As the unstoppable force advances further west to the industrial city of Kharkov, which has been shelled to dust by the Russian artillery, Ukrainians realize they can't stop them anymore on their open positions and decide to withdraw to more defendable area. Following the attacks in the east, Russia launches an operation named Rastutsian, the aim of which is to take over the port of Odessa and splitting the defending Ukrainian forces in the main front. The battle is ferocious. Ukrainian forces stand to the last man, but they are forced to surrender as the supply to the city is cut off. As the Ukrainian army is suffering its worst nightmare, the broader West has issued harsh economical sanctions which ruin the Russian exports. The ruble's inflation skyrockets as the oil industry is fully commissioned to the army. That unlikely means that the common people of Russia are to suffer the consequences of Putin's gamble. Operacja Pyrezdiec. The Russian forces entered the city, named after the river it stands on, Dnepropetrovsk, alongside with the city of Zaporozhye. The battles in Ukrainian soldiers' diaries look like the Stalingrad, as the Russian forces have to cross the huge river, dividing the city in half to get to the battleground. After a week of cleaning out the city, the aggressor's forces are ready to advance. But a halt order is issued by Putin's hand, as the NATO sanctions reach the level where they can threaten the collapse of the Russian economy. After long discussion, the order is made: stop the units permanently. The Treaty of Kiev is signed, and the Ukrainian territory is halved by Russia as they take all the lands they occupied. And I know, you guys want to see the full military picture. But even if the invasion was to occur, I don't think that the Russians would push to Ukrainian territory in the west. And I say it to my Ukrainian friends: stop watching the video, as it begins to be extremely depressing if you are a citizen living there. Russian forces break through Ukrainian lines. Close air support missions are devastating as the strength and organization of Ukrainian divisions diminishes. Huge encircling movements are made, and the trapped citizens alongside with the soldiers hide from the Russian columns heading to encircle the final objective, the city of Kiev. Lukashenko decides to support the Russian invasion and allows the Russian attack through the Belarusian border. The capital is burning. The scene looks like the Battle of Berlin. Ukrainians fight till the last holdout, but the numbers count. Modern Russian army occupies the Motherland Monument, and the city is cleared with the month ending. Fighting slows down after that, as the Ukrainian army collapses, and further resistance is not possible. Ukraine capitulates. Meanwhile, the Russian economy is at its last breath. The price of civilian products skyrockets, as does inflation. The huge companies are bailed out by the government, but the small businesses collapse due to customers not being able to afford basic needs. Russia is at the brink of revolt, as the authoritarian leadership is guarded by the loyal army. The lower classes begin to starve. And who knows? Maybe that will spoil the next chapter.